Hi everyone, it's Eva Benmeleh from Dr Eva Therapy, and today I want to talk a little bit more about wasting time. I'm on a kick about it because I think we are wasting a lot of time without realizing it, and maybe some of this information can help you save time and have better relationships with your loved ones. So, have you ever had this situation come up, whether you're with your children or your significant others, friends, family, etc., but usually this happens mostly with their kids, where you say one thing and you repeat yourself on cue 50 times, and it's not until you raise your voice or you threaten with a serious punishment that your child listens to you. So, go brush your teeth. I need you to go brush your teeth. It's time. How come you haven't brushed your teeth yet? And then you go and you take the child to go brush their teeth. So a lot of parents ask me and they say, well, why is it that my child only listens to me once I yell? Isn't it enough that I tell them the first time? And I agree. We really shouldn't be repeating ourselves more than 3 times when it comes to our children. And if our children, anyway, it's for some things that they understand. If it's a new technique or a new skill set, then we really need to have patience. But I'll get into that in a minute. So yes, you're right. It's a waste of time if you're constantly repeating yourself over and over and over again. And in the meantime, you're getting more and more frustrated and starting to feel all sorts of ways as to why your child is not listening to you. Or in a relationship, when you're trying to express your needs and desires, yet the other person is just not following through. And so we have to wonder what's going on. Excuse me. With our message, that it's not creating change in the behavior in the other person. So when it comes to that, I want us to focus on 2 types of communication. There is the verbal, which is what we say, and then there's the nonverbal, the behavior, which is what we do or don't do. A lot of times we assume incorrectly that our words are enough to carry on a message that we mean what we say. So what many parents do is they'll go to the child and say, you need to do this. And then they walk away. Or they're in one room of the house and they're like, hey, by the way, you need to get that done. And there is no physical proximity, there's no eye contact. Parent is completely unaware if the child is watching TV, playing a game, reading a book, completely in or out of consciousness with regards to what's happening around them. And the parent just assumes that they heard and they're going to follow through and move on to do whatever it is that they're doing. And that's a very big mistake, because the message that you're sending is, this is something I'm telling you in passing. It's not that important. Because if it was important, I would take the time, I would look at you in the eye, and I would state, this is what I need from you to get done. And I wouldn't leave until I see that you're getting it done, because it's that important to me. So a lot of parents will say, well, I don't have time. That's why I tell them to do it, because I need to go and do X, Y, Z. I get it. We're very busy. But if it's important, you figure out how to make the time to make sure that this behavior, this new behavior anyway, becomes something as part of the routine and the schedule, and not something that you have to repeat yourself over and over and over again. So it behooves you to pay attention to not just your verbal communication, what you're telling this person, your child, your friend, your significant other, etc., but also what you're demonstrating with your body language, if it's in line with what it is that you're saying. Because if it's not in line, then you're wasting a lot of time and a lot of your breath repeating yourself, expecting different results. Some parents say, well, what am I supposed to do? Pick them up, drag them? No, it doesn't have to get violent. But it does mean that you have to embody what it means to be an authority figure, while you're also curious as to what's going on that is limiting or deterring your child from following through. Many parents just assume that the child is being a pain in the butt And whatever they're doing because they're oblivious or because they don't feel like it, or all of these negative characteristics that may not be true, most likely are not. And if they are true, we should wonder what's going on with this child that they feel like they need to give us a sense of what it's like to not being listened to or not being taken into consideration. Because most children, the most important thing for them is to make sure that their caregivers are happy with them. So, I hope I gave you some food for thought on what it is to waste time when your verbal words, your verbal messages don't add up to your behavior. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share them, because I'm always open to hearing perspectives of others. I hope you take care. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll be speaking soon. Bye.